Little update tonight on this Duke jacket, wax jacket from Barbour. Had this jacket for about 3 years. Thought it was probably about time to give it a little bit of an update. It's done really well. It's had lots of wear. So for probably about the first year of using this jacket, it was my main jacket. It got a heck of a lot of wear. All weathers, rain or shine. And yeah, lots of wear in year one. And then subsequent years it's been in rotation with a number of other jackets, but I think it's more than time to reflect on how this jacket's performed. Certainly it's a very, very warm jacket, and with the frosty weather coming in, this has found its way back into circulation. So with the quilted liner, which we'll get into in a minute, and the wax coating, this type of jacket is very, very warm. Wax jackets can be surprisingly warm. Also, with my recent review of the Peregrine wax jacket that I picked up from Herring Shoes, I thought actually it's about time to reflect on how the Barbour's doing as well. So, as I say, 3 years use, and in terms of performance, very, very happy with it. It's picked up a really, really nice patina. Certainly you can see maybe on the arms here, you've got the nice variation in colour. That's something I really sort of value. Certainly if you're into denim and stuff like that, you probably enjoy seeing how your fabrics weather. Now I'm not sure whether that's true fading of the fabric or whether that's just a lightening of where the wax is worn away. Certainly when this first came to me, out the box if you will, it was incredibly waxy, quite a sheen to it. Yeah, very, very waxy initially. It's lightened up over time, still very, very waterproof, although on sort of wear spots like the shoulder here, where I've carried a bag, in very, very wet weather, you might get a little bit of water coming through on the seams, but really only a very small amount. But I think, because I've never done it before in any of my wax jackets, I will be giving it a quick treatment with the official Barbour thorn-proof dressing. Never done that before. Might do a video of that. There are plenty out there, but you know, might upload my own just to share my experience. But yeah, looking forward to that actually. I'll be interested to see what it looks like afterwards. Of course, it will acquire some darkening, but it'll be really interesting to see whether this fabric has actually acquired its own patina, or whether it's simply a change of the oils and waxes within the cotton. So yeah, very warm, very comfortable. Just on the warm bit, I can't emphasise enough, you know, these are very, very warm jackets, so bear that in mind. If you're looking for a summer jacket, this probably isn't it. There's unlined versions. Certainly the Peregrine isn't lined in the same way as this, quilted. You might want a lighter weight jacket, but these are in the sale at the moment. Sort of John Lewis, all sorts of places. Worth having a look if you're in the UK. Good jacket really. I think they're coming in about £139 at the moment, which I think is a really great price. So just before we get into the detail, just on fit, this is my second Barbour International jacket. I think this is a much more modern interpretation of their style. This is a fairly slim fitted cut, something that I really quite like. And like a lot of Barbour products, they are quite, they come in quite small, so you probably want to size up. And generally, most things medium works for me. Some Japanese brands size up as well, but you know, generally traditional sort of British styled clothing, medium would be my size. I'm 5'11"-ish, round about 12 stone. But this, I went up to a large, and that is just about bang on for me. So let's get in and have a look at the details. Just coming in for a few close-ups. The first thing to note is the wonderful variation in colour that's sort of coming through on this wax canvas. So from the very, very lightest spot on the shoulder here, as I said earlier, we've got quite a lot of wear here from a bag being carried. Has lost a little bit of waterproofing along that seam, but that will be soon treated with the thorn-proof coating, so very light spot there, all the way down to sort of around this pocket, and the inside of that where it's not had the sunlight or physical wear, and you get that sort of darker coloration. As I say, I'm not quite sure if the variation in colour on the jacket is down to the loss of wax, or whether it's actually down to sort of the genuine fade from sunlight, but I find that to be a really attractive property in my clothing. I think if you've ever been into denim and the way that fades, you might have the same feelings on aesthetics and wear of clothing. You've got nice sort of fading and variation of colour on the sleeves where the arm bends, down to the cuff where it's sort of darkened a little, where it's rubbed against sort of the main body of the jacket, almost picked up a slight sort of polish to it. But yeah, really like the variation in colour on this brown sort of tan fabric. As I say, this is a wax fabric. This is a 6 ounce sort of medium weight fabric. Just going over the sort of general features of the jacket. Nice corduroy collar with a cinch around the neck, so you can tie it up or pop it up nice and close to you if it's cold. That just simply folds back there when not in use. It'd be nice to have a sort of a popper somewhere so it didn't flap around, but there you go. Inside you've got a really nice quilted lined body, very warm, as I say. Little pocket on the inside there, so the general waterproofness of the jacket's been retained. You know, all the external pockets are perfectly serviceable, waterproof, but maybe if you've got your phone or wallet on a very wet day, you might want to shove it in there. Just moving down the jacket, obviously you've got zipped and poppered enclosure, and then you've got a couple of good sized pockets at the bottom here, little vents in the bottom, so if you do get absolutely soaked, there's a bit of space for the water to drain out. Now on this pocket you can see a little bit of wear on the edge there. This or any waxed canvas, cotton canvas, isn't hugely resistant to sort of wear from rubbing bags and so forth, and as I say, we've been carrying a bag with this one, so it's just got this slight breaking of the cotton fibres. Again, nothing to write home about, no real damage done, and actually I quite like the aesthetic of that. Similarly, at the bottom of the jacket where there's sort of bend points and rubbing against other fabrics, there are a few broken fibres there, but no real structural damage to the jacket. And you've also got a slight indigo blue rub off from where it's rubbed against denim jeans. At the bottom there you've got a sort of nylon skirt, just so any water doesn't get into the main lining fabric, which is quite a nice feature really. On the cuffs, I've seen Barbour jackets and other wax jackets wear in a similar way on the cuffs, but nothing there yet. Again, nice corduroy liner and a popper enclosure. I typically wear these open. They're quite tight when they're poppered up, and if you're wearing sort of a layer underneath and a watch, it can get a bit tight. But yeah, that's the front of the jacket. On the rear, don't think there's anything to write home about. Out here again, a general lightening of the fabric, still perfectly waterproof. The only point where we've really got any loss of waterproof is on the shoulder. And yeah, that brings us to the end of the update. As I say, 3 years use, really happy with this jacket. I think certainly at sale prices it represents exceptional value. Really impressed with how it's remained waterproof, really like the patina that it's building up over time. Yeah, I'll be giving it a little bit of a treatment with this in due course. I might upload a video on that. If you've had this jacket, please share your views. If you want to see anything around the detailed sizing measurements, just go back to my original video. Didn't want to redo it in this one. It hasn't changed size, it doesn't stretch out or anything like that. But if you want the exact measurements, go back to the original video. As I say, sizing up seems to be the way to go with Barbour jackets often. If you're interested in some alternatives to Barbour, review on this Peregrine jacket, check back on my channel. Really, really nice. A little bit more, not necessarily lightweight in terms of the fabric, but down to just a simple cotton liner. This is a more autumnal jacket, or maybe something for layering. Check that out if that's of interest. Yeah, if you haven't seen the channel before, please check it out. Lots of jacket reviews, clothing, denim, quality footwear, bit of everyday carry, fountain pens, pen knives, that sort of stuff. Check it out, it might show you some other common interests. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. If you have an opinion on this jacket or any other wax jacket, share it below. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.